How can, your son still be a child? Your son has become an adult, and now, the child that you had given birth has become a full grown man or a woman. So how can you keep treating them like infants? Yeah, you can't. But narcissistic parents do this, and this helps them manipulate and control their child better. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about, the things that you can expect from your narcissistic parent. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So who are these narcissistic parents? Narcissistic parents are those narcissistic individuals who get into a relationship, who choose to start a family, for return. Yeah, because people come and go. If people get to see their true colors and true face, they might leave them. So the best thing that they have um, with themselves is the power of procreation. Yeah, they are big time into misusing it. People might come and go, but children are going to be there, and I'm going to manipulate and condition and brainwash my children from an early age. So they are going to be 100% loyal, dedicated, devoted slaves. They are not going to leave me. Yeah, because I'm going to keep on guilt tripping them. I'm going to keep on making them feel obligated, and I'm going to keep on telling them that they can never get even with me. They can never repay the things that I have done for them. Yeah, so kids are a better source of supply. Others might come and go, partners might leave, girlfriend boyfriends might leave, husband wives might get separated, but children, that's a nice investment. Yeah, a small term investment with huge return. Yeah, I will do the bare minimum for the child, but I'm going to harvest great return in coming future. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are you can say like commercial breeders. They don't choose to start family for altruistic reasons, or for the healthy and good reasons. Yeah, they choose to start family because they want more servant, they want more doormats, they want more punch bags, emotional toilets, slaves and servants to serve them. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are nothing more than egg donors and sperm donors. It's high time that we don't address them as parents. Maybe biologically they might be your parent, but all what they have done is just the bare minimum. And all what they are doing till the time they are alive is harvesting supply out of you. They are not going to let you be free. They are not going to let you enjoy your life. They are not going to let you do things your way, evolve and grow up to be an independent individual. They are not going to allow you to do that. They are going to shame you for being authentic. They are going to guilt trip you. And all of this is basically to control and manipulate you and to keep you on hook. Yeah. Narcissistic parents breed for a purpose and reason, and that is return. So yes, now coming to the things that you can expect from your narcissistic parent. The first thing is one-sided conversation. So again, narcissistic parents are entitled individuals. They bred you for a purpose and reason, and that is to serve them. They are not going to listen to you. Yeah, you are a servant. Maybe you might see the relationship as parent-child relationship. You might see them as your parent whom you love so much, but for them you are a supply source. That's it. You are a servant. Yeah, you are someone who is there to solely serve them. Yeah, so the conversations are never going to be a two-way conversation, open and direct communication. These things are not going to be there. It's always going to be one-sided conversation where they are absolutely right. Their needs, wants, and requirements needs to be taken care of, and you need to listen and hear what they have to say, and that's it, and keep your mouth shut and go back to serving them. That's it. They are not interested to listen to your side of story, your challenges, your pain, suffering. They are not interested. Yeah, and this is because of extreme sense of entitlement, lack of empathy, and inability to self-reflect. So it's all about them, I, me, myself. That's it. So, conversations are going to be one-sided. Yeah, it's never going to be two-sided where, you are speaking your bit and they are speaking their bit. It's quite, open and direct communication. No, such things don't exist in narcissistic, relationships. In this case, between you and your narcissistic parent, it's always going to be one-sided conversation, monological conversation. They are going to say what they want. They are going to tell you what they want out of you. They are going to tell you, about the consequences if you fail to do things, what they are going to do with you. And that's it. They are least interested to know what you want and how you feel about things. Yeah. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is regular guilt tripping. Narcissistic parents are going to, keep guilt tripping you, and this is basically to control you, and this is basically to, mold you into a version that, forever serves them. They don't want you to grow up to be an independent adult individual who's healthy, who's regulated. They will shame you, they will guilt trip you, and this is basically to, put you in a position where you betray your own self and you prioritize them. You betray your own needs, wants, desire, and requirement, and you prioritize their wants, needs, and requirement. Yeah, that's it. So narcissistic parents are going to, guilt trip you. They are going to keep you reminded of the bare minimum that they do for you. I mean, which every parent does. They're going to keep you reminded of that, and they're going to add in salt and pepper and exaggerate things, how much they have suffered, this and that, and all of it is basically to, make you feel responsible for them. Yeah, responsible for their, emotional ups and downs, responsible for their financial situation and condition, responsible for their, health condition. Yeah, and that's how they, keep you on hook. That's how they, guilt trip you into serving them till eternity. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is regular shaming. So they are going to shame you every time you try and be yourself, every time you try and do things your way, every time you try and prioritize your own self. They are going to label you as the selfish kid, ungrateful child, someone who doesn't care about the parents' pain and suffering, someone who's very selfish, whereas they are the selfish ones. But they are going to project, all of that onto you. Yeah, they are going to demonize you. They are going to project you as the villain in front of the others. So narcissistic parents are going to shame you every time you, demand privacy or space. Every time you, have some needs, they are going to shame you for anything and everything. And this is basically to train you to betray your own self. This is basically to train you to betray your own needs. Yeah, feel guilty for having needs and keep prioritizing them, keep serving them. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is lifelong infantilization. So narcissistic parents are going to treat you like shit, like a immature child, even though you become an adult. Yeah, and this is basically to, control you and manipulate you better. They're going to tell you, well, you can never do things right, you are still a kid. We get to hear a lot of these gaslighting phrases in society. Yeah, that you will forever be a child for your parent. No, the child has grown up now, the child is an adult. Yeah, how can, your son still be a child? Your son has become an adult, and now, the child that you had given birth has become a full grown man or a woman. So how can you keep treating them like infants? Yeah, you can't. But narcissistic parents do this, and this helps them manipulate and control their child better. Yeah, and I mean, society of course has a role to play. So narcissistic parents are going to, lifelong infantilize you in different ways. They are, going to keep reminding you of your mistakes. They are going to keep telling you that you can never do things right without their, intervention, and without their support you are unable to do things, in the right way. You are not mature enough to take any decision. You are not mature enough to come to any kind of conclusion. So, this is basically to keep you dependent on them, and this is basically to train you so that in your adult life, also in your adulthood, you are, constantly running back to them for their validation, approval, and that's it. Yeah, this is basically to, infantilize you so that you don't grow up to be a healthy adult individual. This is basically to condition you into, behaving and thinking like an infant, yeah, who needs constant, support from their narcissistic parent. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is that they are never going to validate your feelings and emotions, because it's all about them. Their feelings, their emotion, their needs, wants, requirement has to be prioritized in the house. They are the center of attention, they are the center of the universe, yeah. So if someone who's the center of the universe, how can you expect that individual to listen or attend to your emotional needs and requirements, yeah. They're never going to validate your emotions and feelings, because for them you are just a servant, you are just a droid to do their bidding, that's it, yeah. They don't see you as a human, they see you as a slave which they have reproduced. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is, emotional outbursts. So all of a sudden they are going to shout, cry, howl, threaten you that they are going to engage in self-harm. They're going to do all of this, and all of this is basically to control you and get you to comply to whatever they want out of you, yeah. And this is basically to create a chaotic environment where you are never relaxed, where you are all the time, scared, as to what your narcissistic parents might do next, yeah. Narcissistic parents don't want you to relax, yeah, and experience calmness. They want you to be in that constant, fight or flight state. They want you to be, in that state where you are, all the time ready to win their love and serve them and do anything in the world to, get their love, affection and validation. So narcissistic parents are going to display a lot of emotional outbursts, and this is basically to create a chaotic environment in the family, in the house, so that you are never calm, you are never experiencing any kind of peace. You are constantly in that state, to serve them, to please them, to go out of your way to do things for them and get those crumbs. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is that anything good that happens in your life is because of them. So narcissistic parents are big time into credit hogging. So they are going to dismiss all your struggle, challenges, suffering, pain and things that you have endured to be wherever you are. They are going to come in and credit hog, and they are going to tell you, well, if I wouldn't have had done this and this, you wouldn't have been here, yeah. In some of the cases I have seen some of these illiterate, uneducated narcissistic parents, even telling their children that if I wouldn't have had given birth to you, you wouldn't have had become who you are now. That's how they credit hog you. That's how they keep you reminded of the things they have done for you, yeah. And this is all to keep you forever indebted to them and keep serving them. That's it. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is that you have to choose sides. You always have to be on their side. If you are going to choose the other side, or if you are going to be on someone else's side, they are going to summon their flying monkeys. They are going to torment you, torture you. They are going to scapegoat you, do all sorts of nasty things with you, withhold love and affection, triangulate conversations. They are going to do all sorts of things to bring you on their side, yeah. And this is because they bred you for a purpose and reason. They see you as a servant who is 100% loyal, dedicated, and who is there to serve the master with their life, yeah. So they cannot accept the fact that you can have difference of opinion, and you can have some different thoughts and ideas. They want you to think the way how they do. They want you to love those who they love. They want you to hate those individuals who they hate, yeah. So they want you to be a kind of a brainless clone, I would say, yeah. Think and function the way they do. They fail to see you as a separate individual, separate entity with your uniqueness, with your set of emotion and feeling. They fail to see you that way. They see you as an extension of themselves. So if they agree to something, they want you to agree to that as well. If they disagree to something, they want you to disagree to that as well, yeah. And if you don't agree to the things they agree to, that is the time when they experience this narcissistic injury. Yeah, your refusal, your denial, your saying no causes them narcissistic injury, and then they throw narcissistic rage at you. Yeah, silent treatment, triangulation, gaslighting. In some of the families I've seen, verbally abusive behavior, physically violent and abusive behavior. They are going to foul mouth about you, run smear campaign. They are going to scapegoat you. They are going to stonewall you. They are going to withhold love and affection. They'll do all sorts of nasty things, yeah, to bring you back on track. Yeah, that is to be on their side and keep serving them. The other thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is lots of physical and verbal and emotional abuse. So narcissistic parents are going to emotionally blackmail you. Narcissistic parents are going to physically abuse you, hit you, slap you, abuse you in front of the others, humiliate you in front of the others. They are going to mimic you. They are going to make fun of you. They are going to laugh at your insecurities and vulnerabilities. They are going to gang up with the other family members and do a number on you, shame you, criticize you, talk about your vulnerabilities and make you feel even more miserable. Yeah, so narcissistic parents are big time into physical, verbal and emotional abuse. Yeah, it's not just emotional abuse. I have seen individuals you know uh, who are victim of physical abuse as well as verbal abuse in narcissistic homes. And the last thing that you can expect from your narcissistic parent is no apology and thanks. So they are never going to apologize for the bad things they have done with you, and they are never going to be grateful and express gratitude and tell you thank you for doing things for them. They are entitled individuals, they are righteous individuals, and they really don't need to validate your experience, your feeling, and the things that you do for them. Yeah, they are entitled ones and you're supposed to do it for them. Yeah, so they really don't want you to develop self-respect, self-esteem and self-worth. They don't want you to grow up to be a healthy individual. They want you to grow up to be a dysfunctional individual, and that's how they will have you on hook for long. If you grow up to be a healthy individual, you might not play along. You might just uh, leave them or go no contact. So that's how they train you that whatever you are doing, you are supposed to do it for me. So don't expect any kind of gratitude or thanks for the things that you are doing it for me. You owe me. So I really don't need to thank you for the things that you're doing for me. And the same thing is with apology. Whatever they are doing, they are doing it with this sense of entitlement. I can do anything with you. You are a part of me. I can treat you like shit, and I can simply gaslight you and tell you, well, I was doing it for your greater good. So narcissistic parents are not like healthy parents. Healthy parents will apologize whenever they mistreat you, or whenever they don't treat you right. They'll reflect, and they'll come back and they will apologize for their bad behavior. Narcissistic parents are never going to apologize, and they are never going to thank you. Yeah, because you are there to serve them and not the other way around. They can do anything with you, and they can get away saying, well, I was doing it for your greater good. I am preparing you for this tough world. I'm preparing you for this bad world. I'm toughening you up. Yeah, all that bullshit that we get to hear. Plus, the society is sick, and society, keeps enabling such narcissistic individuals. So yes, these were a couple of things that you can expect from your narcissistic parents. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Don't ignore the red flags.